Guys, so there's something that I've been hearing. It's been coming into me a lot lately, and I've just got to talk about this today. And this is a perfect thing for me to talk about right now because of my life. So, if you're a parent and you have children and you have been awoken and you feel like there's work that you need to be doing and you're torn between the endless callings of your earthly family and a work that needs to be done within yourself. Interesting. I'm here to tell you that you can do both. And it is in Scripture. So, and at the end of this, I want to give you the dessert that I have for you to show you the fruits. And you might see them differently than the way I see them, and that's okay. I'm in a place in my life where the understandings of the world and the Spirit are completely transfigured. Okay, so, and I'm not showing you my face because I am actually soaking in a salt bath right now, hot water salt bath, because my body is old and broken, and so is my life for the most part. However, I find that soaking in a hot salty bath seems to heal me. Anyways, so with the Scripture, I can't go grab my Bible and show you what's in it, but the thing that was really weighing on me for a while was that every time I would try to make a video or do a Bible study or anything, somebody would barge in with a huge problem that needed my attention right now, my immediate full attention right now. And it was happening so much that I was getting frustrated because I was absent from my family because of the work of the Spirit. And both are needed, but I'm telling you, the work of the Spirit is happening whether you're involved or not. And if you can see that and accept it, you can take that and transfigure what it means, what it would mean to the standard person and what it would mean to a person who has kind of been able to get to a different place. So let's go to the Scripture. I was reading this the other night. I think it was in Timothy here, in a letter from God to the family. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be the right one. So, or I could just tell you in my words what I read and then let you either remember it or and go find it, go seek it out for yourself. I think that's probably the best thing to do anyways. So, but it's in there. Look for it. So what I interpreted it was that if I was struggling with peace, then I needed to be present with my family. And what that means is when you're at peace and you're showing that, I have no idea what that is. Funny. If you're at peace and then you come completely and are completely present into your family, whether it's your kids or your mom or whatever your family is for you, they're going to receive your fullness. Okay? Whether it's a church family or anything, they're going to receive your fullness if you're completely present. If it's time for you to become completely present with your family, that's the time that you're planting the seeds. You're the example. If you stop your work and you're frustrated and you carry that frustration in any way to your family, the part that they're going to pick up on is the frustration, because the two can't coexist. So what was shown to me was that letting go of everything, including the stress you have that relates to your family gives you peace in there, and then you can step away from the work, go be completely present with the family, and oddly, it's weird how it happens, because you'll know when, like, there's a knowing that you can go back to the work now, and that situation is over, because sometimes you'll be surprised when you think it's over and your work with your family is not over. But anyways, so so then you can go back to your work, and then you can be refilled, reminded, and reabsorb whatever information, and it will pick up right where it left off, and sometimes even stronger, because you did the right thing with being completely present with your family. Okay, so it might feel unbalanced, but there is a balance in it that's bigger than what we have in our people life. I hope that makes sense. It might sound like complete craziness, but let me show you the fruit that I get from it, okay? This is my life. This is complete and personal. This is my oldest son, Tyler, 27. I'm sorry, Tyler. I might even be wrong still, 27. Yeah, he was born in 1992. Whatever the math is on that, I don't care. I love him and he knows it. So there's a social media thing, right? Facebook. So he posts on there that he was going to get his face tattooed. He's a cool kid. You'd love him. Anyway, I love him. He's great. He's got tattoos on his arms and stuff, and I was like, crap, he never told me about this one. And usually he tells me what he's planning on having done, or that he's having something else done. And so I just saw it, and I was like, wait, that could make his life harder. Like, for real. It hit me in a sense that was judgmental, okay? So, because I was thinking about, is he going to be able to make money? Is he going to be able to get a job? What's he going to do? He's going to look like a gangster and da-da-da-da-da. What is a gangster? I would argue they wear suits and ties. Anyway, so, what I see with this relationship, so, just read this, okay? So, if you're like me, most of the time you're listening and you can't look at the screen. There's probably not very many people that are like that. So I'll read it to you, just in case. So I texted him and I said, how much thought did you put into that tat? Just worried about your future. It's hard to get a job with a colored face in most states, especially mine. I live in Idaho. If you don't know Idaho, this is a strongly religious area, primarily LDS, okay? So, and the companies reflect that. Anyways, so, but times are changing. Holy cow, I learned that. Okay, so anyways, that was my judgment to him, okay? So by my judgment there, I would be condemned, right? Anyway, so I go and he responds to me. I'm not getting it yet, but I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I have two friends that have their faces tattooed that both work for the state, which isn't, to me, that's not great. Anyway, so a few other friends that have good jobs and stuff. I'm not terribly worried. So then my husband pipes in, he's like, I bet they all have college degrees. I'm like, whoa. I like stopped in my tracks. I was like, what's happening right now? Whoa. I can't even explain it. And I saw it for what it really was. I saw it. It's hard to explain. I don't have the words for it. Okay, so I stopped and I reflected for just a little bit, and I was like, I know what this is and I know how to respond. So look what I said to him. It just startled me for a minute. It's your face, right? Because that's the truth. It's his decision. He's like, I know, Mama. I love you and I appreciate you worrying about me. And I respond to him, I love you too. Even if you tattoo your whole body, because it's what's on the inside that I love. And whatever makes your outside match your inside, I also love. Okay, so I don't know if my son's going to react as much as his new wife will. But I know that this will bring tears to her eyes, but it also will set an example for her in the future if things get even more out of control than they are to me in my mind. My older, I'm in my 40s, you guys, so I was raised in a time that was still very judgmental. Like we put judgments on the way you look. Your appearance was so heavily judged and still is. But with this my children's generation, that has been eliminated. Do you see that? It's gone. For their generation. Our generation is still holding on to it. For whatever reason. So I'm learning to let that go. I'm developing the trust and the love and the bond between my son and myself. Okay? And I'm giving that seed to as far out as I can reach, which is my son's wife. They don't ever plan on having kids. They're open about that, whatever, it's fine. But that still is a seed that's planted there. And here's the thing. So when I walk, here's where it goes all the way back up to this. Oh, sorry. Where did I go? I got lost. My original judgment was melted. Now, when I walk into a store and I see a kid with their whole body tattooed, or their face or whatever, I see my son in that person. And I love what he did to make his inside match his outside. And I know that there's a mother that loves him. Okay? So love is big and it grows. You don't have to be somebody's mom to be somebody's mom. Okay? So, I don't know how to... I wish I had better words, you guys. So, without even realizing it, this thing that I wrote to my son made me look back and re-examine all the times I've judged those tattooed people that have been my waiter or my gas station attendant, and I look back at them and I send out my quantum string to them and asking them for the forgiveness for the judgment that I put on them. I don't have to hunt the person down and say, oh, I thought about you 25 years ago in a bad way. That's not how that works. I send it out. I send out my apology. Okay? Gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. But now I know, and I'm taking it back. That's what this does. And look at how simple that is. That little tiny conversation. But let me tell you, the equal effect would have been placed on it had I said, I think you're stupid for tattooing your face. You're never going to get another job that's good. You're going to enjoy your night shift somewhere. Maybe you can deliver papers. But the thing is, I know people. Father number 4, who lived their whole life that entire way until the end. And then I saw them change at the end. So it's never too late. And I got to be a part of all of that, It's huge. Anyways, I got to stop. I love you. I hope that this has an impact on at least one person with children or other outside things that they're having a power struggle with right now. That's the whole point of this. I love you, and I hope that you're all doing really well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.